Let's do it.
Big stat.
Yo.
We are back.
Another week.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Have a Chat with Ray and Stat. I am
peeps?
Ray. That is Stat.
What's happening?
Stat, what's going on, brother?
Not much, mate. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We're back for another episode, man.
I know. Look at us.
Look at us. Five episodes in.
Flying.
5 episodes in, bro. Who would have thought we'd last more than a month?
Not me.
Huh?
Not me.
Lasted more than a month.
Mate, we take pride in the little victories.
We do, huh? We do. And speaking of those little victories, bro, we're at 53 subscribers on YouTube.
Not bad.
Over 170 followers on Facebook. We're about to hit 75 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, we're building.
Mate, we're building. Guys, thank you so much. Honestly, bro, I can't thank these people enough, man.
Support's cracker.
Like dead set. Seriously, their support's been so cool. Not just they're subscribing and they're following, but they're liking, they're commenting, they're getting involved in posts.
They're loving it.
Really making a community here. I'm loving it, man.
Yeah, it's been good so far.
And one thing that I think you and I always discussed was keeping these people involved, letting them know what's going on, what our goals are, things like that.
Yep.
So we're at 53 subscribers on YouTube, right?
There you go.
Our next goal is 75. We want to get to 75 subscribers, and I'm hoping to hit that by August. So guys, get subscribing. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast yet, subscribe on YouTube. Just quickly press that button, guys. Click the bell if you want to so that you can be notified. And if you're not keen on like every 50-minute podcast video, we've got like short videos. Yes, that?
We've got short videos. So if you guys don't want to listen to the whole thing, just tune into one of the little videos. We break it down into everything that we discuss anyway. So if you're watching the whole podcast, for example, and then there's a part that you get stuck on in between one of the topics, there's a good chance we would have uploaded those topics throughout the week. So if you don't want to go back to the main video, you can go back to the little clippets and check it out. So, but yeah, I appreciate everyone's support thus far. And it's good. Like we always said, man, we always wanted to bring out clean content.
That's it, bro.
Some people like make people laugh in that, but also keeping it clean and keeping it godly as well. So it's been very good so far. So I appreciate the support from everyone.
Yeah, it's been good, man. And so yeah, guys, just hit that subscribe button. Trust me, it helps a lot more than you'd probably think. And hit the like as well if you can. Let's try to get to 75. Also, Talk to Me came out yesterday. Good chat with Johan from Southland Baptist Church, mate. It was a good chat.
I tuned into it actually today.
Oh, did you? What you think?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, good. He gives you a bit of an insight. He gives you a bit of an insight into what it takes to really submit your life to God and to really follow His will in terms of doing an internship at church.
Yeah, it was good to talk to someone else that's doing an internship or me finishing it, but like just seeing their thoughts on it, how the process is going for them. It was good.
Yeah, good old Johan, go home, please don't stop, eh?
Yeah, mate. Johan, go home, please don't stop, hun. Shout out to him. Make sure you follow him. Check out that video. It's on the channel. And Stat, we've got League Chat with the Stat coming out tomorrow, man.
Yeah, we're coming out Wednesday.
Yes. What's you want to give us a little bit of a sneak peek?
So just going to be talking all things round 16. So just going into a bit of what happened over the weekend with the 4 games.
Nice.
Going to do another rant. So you would have caught it all here on Israel Folau. So we're going to be bringing that into a bit more context into my podcast. And State of Origin. So we're going to be talking about that and the changes, ins and outs, the dramas. And yeah, just recapping everything that and then just doing round 17. So it's been good. We're going to get into a lot this week. I'm
keen. I love listening to that on a Wednesday or a Thursday. That's my little tradition there. I either watch it while I'm working or while I'm at the gym. And beauty. Seeing that all the gyms are closed, I'm not going to be doing that at the gym anytime soon. So it's going to be at home.
Yeah, it's crap.
And by the way, bro, I said it to you before, but man, dude, there's too much talk about COVID, man.
Yeah, but I'm over it.
Way too much, bro. Every single conversation I have, I feel like I'm jumping into a COVID talk and what's real, what's not, what's happening, what's not. So let's just set it up right now. No COVID talk this whole chat.
Agreed. But before that,
yeah,
you're going to be seeing a lot of this webcam, Zoom. It's not great, not ideal.
No,
but that's just that's the last bit I wanted to get out. So I think people are going to start having to get used to this, considering that we can't really do it in the studio.
For the time being, anyway. Yeah, we're going to have to do this until we can get back into the studio. But that's it. That's the end of the COVID talk. It ain't happening, guys. I'm done with it. I'm done with it, at least for this episode. I can't talk about it anymore, bro. It's everywhere.
It's doing me in. For it.
It's doing me in. But what I do want to talk about, Stat, is we got the results from last week's poll. So we checked up
capsicum and tomato poll.
Yeah, we talked about Ready, Steady, Cook last week, guys, if you missed it. Basically, I said that Ready, Steady, Cook was a great game show. It's on every afternoon as a kid. And I said, I'm a capsicum. I always followed the capsicum team. And if you were a tomato, you're kidding yourself. I'm starting to understand why our world is the way it is.
Over Ready, Steady, Cook?
Because I had 70% of people say they were tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, bro. That is a joke.
It's not the result you wanted, eh?
I understand why we've got cancel culture. I understand why we have woke culture. Why all this stuff is happening around the world is because everyone are tomato supporting people, bro. What is wrong with you guys? You need to be capsicums. It's starting to make sense, bro. It all starts at childhood, and it starts with being a tomato.
So you've come up now with all the answers to how people are through Ready, Steady, Cook. Listen,
I'm just saying that by being a tomato, it shows a lot about your personality. And seeing how many tomatoes there are out there, it shows a lot. It explains a lot as to why this world is the way it is.
I don't really understand it. I didn't get it.
It's fine, bro. It's a psychological thing. You might not get it. But I'm just saying, shape up, guys. Tomatoes.
You get it because you're a psycho?
I just couldn't believe it, bro. When I was looking at this poll, seeing all the tomatoes rock up, I'm like, what is happening? Like, it was just absurd.
I think the people know how to G you up.
It's either that or they actually supported them as kids. Mate, I need to rethink my friend circles now because I'm seeing these people be tomatoes and I got to start rethinking friend groups.
It's a little bit too far, but yeah, I think you should too. But nothing to do with Ready, Steady, Cook.
Well, that's the result of our poll this week. Thanks for taking part of that, guys. Yeah, mate. That was fun, actually. It was a good. I got a lot of phone calls this week about Ready, Steady, Cook. It took me back.
If you got more than 3 phone calls, that is absurd. Just FYI.
Yeah, I had a couple of conversations. It was good.
All right. Again, more than 3 absurd, but
and that's my favorite part about what we do here, bro. Is it takes our dumb conversation and it takes it outside. You know what I mean?
I just get surprised that people actually listen in.
So do I, eh?
That's good.
Does it still trip you out? Like when
a little bit.
Like when someone says, "Oh, I listened to this episode."
It does, because I think to myself, "What are you doing with your time?" Even though we tell people to listen to us, I think to myself, "What are you listening to us for? You guys are dumb."
It trips me out when people say they watch the whole episode or they rewatch something. The rewatch is cool. It's like far out. Like this is also, at least we're providing the laugh that we think we are.
At least we're bringing out the content, mate.
That's it, bro. No, it's good. I'm so happy, and I'm excited for ideas and thoughts that people might have about this thing to help us out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like when they post comments or they post like ideas for topics or shows or guests or whatever, it's awesome. And by the way, we've heard what you guys have been saying. Yes, we do want to bring Goose back on, but just so everyone's aware, he's refused to come back on because he doesn't want to do it on Zoom, Stat.
And look, you know what? It's fair enough, because I think with someone like Goose jumping on, I think having that reaction there in the moment, instead of that 1 or 2 second lag, it makes all the more difference.
It does. And I'm sort of scared what's going to happen inside his house while he's on Zoom.
Listen, you know what? I think it's good, but we need to find a way to have Goose with us, because
so we definitely do want to bring him back on. But something that was sent in to us this week, Stat, a conversation starter. I think the crew's starting to realize how much I love talking about things that infuriate me. And
here we go.
This one came in from my sister.
Welcome to Ray's Rant.
I love it. That's our new segment. All right. Welcome to Ray's Rant, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might make a new show, Stat. Like 5 minutes.
Another one?
Me staring at the camera for 5 minutes and just ranting.
Listen, as long as you're not testy popping, you can keep it consistent.
That's
it. You, mate.
That's exactly it. You know what? I might do it. Anyway, so we got sent in this news article, Stato.
Yep.
And I'm both excited and infuriated by this. Okay. It's from newsbinding.com. Never heard of them. But apparently they're fairly big in the UK. Okay. UK website. A woke law professor Excuse me. A woke law professor tells the French that their food is racist.
Oh, yeah.
University of Connecticut law professor, I don't know how to say her name, raised the heckles of quite a few French people last week when she told a bewildering audience at Sciences Pro Paris she said this at Paris, that eating French food is an expression of white privilege. I would like to tell you about food whiteness in French culture. By this, I mean the use of food to reinforce whiteness as a dominant racial identity.
They have gotten into our universities.
That's where they start. This chick's legit, by the way. The French meal is often presented as the national ritual to which every citizen can participate equally. By French foods, ways are shaped by white middle and upper class norms. So apparently the food you and I eat, Stat, is equal, makes us equal, puts us on an equal playing field. But when the French make a meal, they're shaped by white upper class norms.
Poor French.
Listen, I'm not a fan, of the French. Find them a little bit annoying. I like them, but their accent, I don't know, it does me in.
Did you, my pal? It's fantastic.
I can't stand it.
What do you mean?
It bugs me.
Flawless.
It bugs me. But for someone to say that when someone makes a snail, it's racist.
Mate, as another member of cancel culture, I think we're just trying to expand our horizons internationally.
What do you think of this, bro? Like, what goes through a person's head when they say the food you eat is racist?
I think nothing.
Yeah.
I just eat. Like, these things that you get very angry about and that you get so G'd up for,
Because
I don't care.
I don't get it, bro.
Like,
How can you say that me eating a food is racist?
because people are stupid.
Okay,
I
but
feel like I have to say this every week.
No,
People
no,
are dumb.
I get that stuff, but here's the thing, bro. She's a university professor.
And she's stupid.
Okay,
Again.
but she's teaching our next generation. Do you not get that? And these kids that are coming up in uni are thinking, yeah, she's right.
Yeah, but look, I think there are some kids that are thinking this chick is crazy.
Of course, but the problem is the more this happens and the more this goes down, the more people think to themselves, yeah, she's right. That's my problem.
Like,
No, don't just shrug.
yeah,
It's an epidemic. This is worse than the coronavirus.
what? Thinking eating
No,
food
like
is racist.
wokeness.
Yeah, bro, but who cares? Like, see, these things that, like, when I think about these things and I think to myself, should I give a response for this? A lot of the times, I think, yes, I have to give a response for this. But when you see something like this, I want to go and cook snails. Like, I don't care.
Have you ever had
It just tempts me to do the opposite of what they're saying. So I'll go get some snails and I'll cook it if it has to be that way. And I'll laugh, haha, I'm laughing. Sucked in what you guys are learning in uni. Haha, I'm eating snails. And it's racist. Sucked in. I don't care. That's what I think of it. Snails, racist. Who cares? Just eat it. If that's what triggers you out, boom, go to the opposite and have a laugh to yourself. That's it. It's entertainment, especially in lockdown.
Have you ever had a snail?
I think in Lebanon.
Really? What's it taste like?
It's whatever, bro. It's
Nothing special?
It's nice, but it's not like, oh, yuck, snail, whatever. It's
Yeah, it's just fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, nice.
Good.
You eat oysters, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's one where I'm like, I can't believe people don't like this.
I used to not be able to eat it.
Yeah?
To be fair. Yeah. But then
Was
after
it just
eating about 25, I go, actually, this is actually all right.
Was it the look of it?
At first, yeah. And then I thought, nah, like surely it might look ridiculous, but I've got to try it. Then you put like in a bit of the lemon. And,
I think it's the side of it. Like people just look at it and think, nah, I can't do it.
It's true. But then when I realized I eat gibbenet, yeah, and raw meat. And
that's what I mean.
Olive oil, I look at some things and a lot of it doesn't really faze me anymore. I was like, yeah, I'll try it.
See, that's what I mean. It's like Star Wars, right? People are just they rip into Star. Yeah. They
Like
rip
me, I rip
into
into Star Wars.
they rip into Star Wars, but they've never seen it. It's like, how can you rip into it if you've never seen it? See it and tell me it's rubbish, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's garbage.
Have you seen it?
I don't have to.
Yes. See, that's what I'm saying.
I look at the posters behind you. I look at the poster behind you, and I think to myself, "There's no chance I want to watch it."
Cousin, that is one of the most famous movies ever made. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, give it a shot before you rip into it. Like, not you. I'm talking about like people.
Like
You
the general
don't
public.
watch anything.
Exactly. I don't watch anything.
Yeah,
I got a phone call before we started, getting abused by the fact that I didn't know that Rugrats was a TV show.
well, that's still absurd.
No idea.
You know, I've watched that clip about 4 times, thinking to myself, how did this guy not know?
I watched it today, and I was like, yeah, I had no idea. I didn't have the fancy childhood that everyone watched all these crazy TV shows and that. You know what I mean?
What fancy childhood? Rugrats was everywhere.
Yeah, bro. I just didn't have time for it. I was playing Crash Bandicoot, bro. I was playing Crash Team Racing. You know, I was living the dream. That's what I was doing. I was living the dream.
CTR, man. What a game.
Yeah, the best of all time.
They're so different now, like PlayStation games.
Yeah, they are.
They're so much more
the
complicated.
kids will never understand, you know, having a PlayStation 1.
They're
having it
so
two
much
different
more
sizes
complicated,
and-
bro. I think back to our games, bro, how like you would just go from one side of the screen to the other.
Mm.
Like Hercules or Crash Bandicoot, Abe's Odyssey, all those games, like very simple. Difficult, but very simple. These ones today, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's unreal. But as I said, they don't know the struggles of, you know, the PlayStation 1 and then even with the PlayStation 2 and making sure it goes past that big, like that second big screen.
Bro, that loading screen.
Hey?
That loading screen?
Yeah. That was the most terrifying part.
How frustrating was that when the disc would be scratched and it just wouldn't go past it?
And you just sit there like just looking at the TV. And you just keep looking. And then nothing would happen. And then you just get so frustrated. But it's all right because back then we had like multiple games. So if that didn't work, we just go put on another game and so
Yeah, bro.
good
I've still got all my PS2 games.
You're not going to trade them in?
Nah, you get like $3 for them.
Yeah, fair enough. Sell them in 20 years.
I've still got my PS2.
Oh yeah, you do because Burnout 3 Takedown.
Bro, what a game. That's if any game could get remastered, it's
Agreed.
Burnout 3 Takedown.
Agreed. Must be remastered.
Who makes that game?
Oh, beats me, bro. Man, I don't look into those side of the things, man. I just play the game. I look at the game, I like it, I play it.
Yeah, I know, but Renderware.
Who?
Developer is Criteria. I don't know. Whoever makes Burnout 3 Takedown, listen up, please. Do me a favor. Get EA on it. Let's remaster it for PS4.
There's a clip on YouTube where the game looked like it had been remastered. There's updated graphics and everything.
How cool is that, bro?
Crazy.
People are awesome, man. People are really good at that stuff.
They're talented, but maybe they should make the whole game instead of just making a YouTube clip and making everyone wish.
So what was your favorite game?
On any console?
Yeah, PS2.
PS2?
PS2.
Well, probably Rugby League Live. Well, actually, no, Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts was good. I liked Rugby League 2. That was probably my favorite one. But I think Burnout 3 Takedown, bro.
I think for me, Kingdom Hearts was cracking. My cousin Jamie got me onto Kingdom Hearts. The best series ever.
Yeah. That, you know what? That gets me asking, guys, what's your favorite PS2 game? Let's go back. Let's put them in the comments. Let us know. What's your favorite PS2 game? There was so many good ones, bro.
Yeah, so many. As I said, you mentioned Burnout 3, Kingdom Hearts.
Shrek 2 was great.
I never played Shrek 2.
You never played that? That was great. Medal of Honors were cool before Call of Duty made a big rise. There was a lot of good ones, man.
Yeah, I stuck to the basic ones. I tried to get into the Crash Bandicoot games, like on the PS2, but they weren't that great. Like Twin Sanity was.
Yeah, they got weird.
Then they got they brought out Crash Nitro Kart.
Yeah,
that was kind of like the second part of Crash Team Racing.
The tag team thing.
Yeah, like it was all right. I still dominated, but it's not CTR, bro. It's not Crash Team Racing the original.
Yeah, I remember playing that. That was fun, but yeah, nothing like CTR.
No, CTR is the best game of all time.
That's still
and then they remastered it.
That's still one of the best remasters that we've got, bro.
For sure. Yeah, I agree with that. That's till this day, I'm still the best.
Do you remember when you came over to play Crash Bandicoot Remastered?
The all-nighter?
Yeah, the all-nighter at my place.
I finished 20 or 30% of the game.
Bro, that was a great night. How long ago was that now? 2 years? 3 years?
Yeah, about 2-3 years.
Far out.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was when it freshly just came out.
Do you remember freaking out that night? When I fell asleep?
Don't you dare.
Tell the story, bro. You have to.
Don't you dare.
No, you gotta.
So it wasn't Crash Team Racing, it was Crash 1 to 3.
Yeah.
So that had been remastered. So I go to this guy's house. He goes, bro's do all-nighter. We're going to play. Yeah, beauty. So I go to my parents, listen, I'm out of the house all night. Don't call me. I'm playing Crash 1 to 3 remastered. And they go,
How old are you? 23 at this
23.
point?
Yeah, 23. I go, don't call me. Don't text me. Hey?
They're thinking, what's this guy doing? What have we raised?
We raised a child. And he's still a child.
Moving
forward, I said, don't call me or text me. I'm out all night. They go, oh, you're sleeping at Ray's? I go, no, I'm just playing there all night. I'm coming home. They thought I was an absolute lunatic. So we go to church, we hang out, go back to yours.
Mad feed.
Yeah, it was a good night. Get back to yours. And we're like, all right, let's start this. So I was so keen, bro. Like, I've been waiting all day, whatever. I can't wait. Start playing. This guy co-host with me falls asleep. Like what, an hour and a half?
Nah, cousin. We started at 11. I fell asleep at 2:30.
All right, so 3.5 hours in. So this guy KOs. I looked at him. I go, mate, this guy, what a weak dog. So I got stuff. I want to keep playing. So I kept playing, and some of the levels were ridiculously hard. Like, crying out loud. I forgot how smashed it when I was. Is, bro. I forgot how good it was and how hard it was when I smashed it when I was 7 years old. So we're doing one of the levels, and I died like ridiculous amount of times. But when you die, Uncle comes in and he goes, game over. Anyway.
What's he go?
Game over. Anyway, so he goes in and he says that. So I lose a couple of times. Playing at this one particular point. Guys, this was the scariest part. 3:30, 3:45 in the morning. And I kept losing this one level and I'm starting to lose my mind. Like I'm going to break this PlayStation of his. I'm just going to lose it. Playing, gets this 1 point, I lose. And he goes, game over. And then all I hear is, mommy. And I look up. It turns out Ray's grandfather was sleeping in the other room, and he loves to talk at night. For those that he loves to have a bit of a conversation. He makes noises
in his sleep. He makes noises in his sleep sometimes.
So I've gone from game over from this very demonic little monster to mommy. I look, I go, nah, no chance in the whole world. No chance in the whole world. I was so scared. I left the controller, turned off the TV, looked at Ray, stuff him, put the controller down, downstairs, into my car, straight home.
I wake up 3 hours later to a text message from you. Hey, bro, thanks for last night. I've left the door open. I went home.
Yeah, I left the door unlocked. I've gone home. No turning back.
You ran for your life, bro.
I was so scared, bro.
Funny.
The guy just said, "Mummy," after I died, and I go, "This is like The Conjuring. This is very bad." And I haven't even seen The Conjuring. I haven't even seen those movies. I don't watch these scary movies, but I just know it's like very scary.
That's.
But did I get it right? Conjuring scary movie?
Yeah, sure.
Look at me, I'm a movie buff now.
So, you don't like your movies at all, eh?
I can't, bro. I don't have the patience to sit there for 3 hours.
Why?
I don't care.
Why? You can sit, like, answer me that. Like, I don't understand it because I feel like every time I show you a movie, like you actually sit down, have the patience for one and sit and watch it, you end up loving it. Like, what is it? Because you can sit for an 80-minute footy game, no issue.
Brother, that's because footy is so much better.
Oh, listen, I tend to agree for the most part, but like, it's the same thing. Like you need patience. Like you need patience to sit and watch. Like it's a long time sitting and watching.
Watching footy? Nah. For me, we went to Magic Round.
No, I know, but
there was like 3 games in a row, 6 hours. I sat there, no problem.
But what I'm saying is, it's the same concept. You sit and you watch. What is it about movies that gets you over it? I'm not ripping you. I'm just asking.
No, it's fine. I just don't care.
Like, stop getting offended, bro.
I just don't care.
What are you getting offended for? Like, relax. We're having a chat.
Nah.
What are you so salty for?
Brother, I'm never salty. I'm never salty.
Yeah. So what is?
I just don't, honestly, because I sit there and I look and I go, yeah, whatever. Doesn't appeal to me.
Really?
Yeah. Like I think the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I watched 2 movies in a row, and I thought, this is absolutely insane. I've wasted my whole life. I felt like 6 hours of sitting there watching movies. I go, this is ridiculous.
How long are these movies you're watching? 6 hours?
2 3-hour movies.
What are you doing? Of course you don't like movies. You're watching
I-
the longest movies in the world.
Well, I thought maybe I'll just find the most ridiculous movies to watch. So I watched Hostage and Their Men on Fire.
They're long movies, bro.
But when I was younger and I watched those, they were cracker. So I watched them again, and then I go, "That's 6 hours gone, and this is so stupid." and I promised myself I wouldn't do it. And then I watched Fast and Furious 9,
Come on, what a movie. That
which
was
is
good.
the dumbest,
Nah.
stupidest movie in the whole world.
No. I have to disagree with you, bro. That was a great movie.
Because it's all about that.
It's all Tahanek, 100%.
It's all garbage, bro.
Yeah, but that's the fun part. You leave reality out the door. These guys flew a car to space. That's brilliant.
See, like, it's
That's
stupid.
awesome.
That's dumb.
I love that.
I look at it and I said to myself, why do I watch movies? I watch.
You look at that and you think, mate, what are these people doing? What are they spending their money on?
I sit there and full credit and you hear like, whoa, wow. I turn around. What?
I can guarantee not one person in that cinema said, oh, wow, to you around you when they were watching that scene. Every single person sighed and thought, what is going on?
All I know is that I sat there and I had my mate Johnny sitting next to me, and I look at him and he goes, "Cuz, just turn it off." In the movies, turn it off. This is just stupid. I go, bro, I agree. This is dumb.
No, bro. I loved it. When they said that they were going to go to space, I was like, yes, come on, let's get a car up there. Yes, it was so good.
And this is exactly why I don't care for movies. That stuff does not excite me whatsoever.
So this is what brings out the creative person in me, thinking about how do we improve this show? How do we do better bits? How do we do better segments? Whatever. I'm excited for this one, Stat, because I'm going to force you to do it.
Here we go.
We're going to, because you obviously haven't seen a lot of movies that normal people have seen because you don't care for them, and that's fair enough. We're going to choose a movie a week. Not a week. You know what? No. So I'm sorry. Once every 2-3 weeks, we're going to choose a movie. You're going to sit down, you're going to watch it. And then you're going to give us your review.
Are you out of your mind?
Stats take. I want Stats take on an old movie.
Are you out of your mind?
No, bro, think about it. Think about how great this will be.
I've thought about it and I think it's ridiculous.
I think the audience is going to love it. Ladies and gents, what do you think? Should we get Stats take on some old movies? Like, think about it. Stats never seen. What's a movie you've never seen?
Because name a movie, I haven't seen it.
I can't think of movies right now.
Mr. Movie Buff?
Yeah, I know. I'm blanking out at the moment.
I don't want to give you ideas.
Back to the Future. You seen Back to the Future?
Nope.
Okay. Back to the Future. Classic. Everyone's seen it. Great movie. Lovely. You've never seen it. I want Stats take. I want to know what Stat thinks.
I don't think I'll finish the movie.
I think you're gonna. That doesn't matter.
No. I don't think I'll finish any movie that you suggest.
Okay, but you have to sit down and put a good attempt.
The thought of it is making me lose my mind.
And that's why it makes me so excited.
Yeah, but I think I cannot sit there and do it. I can't.
Why not? It's a movie. It's there for your entertainment, Nathaniel.
Bro, I barely watch movies. I barely watch TV shows.
Correct. So I'm going to get you caught up on pop culture and get you to watch movies that normal people have seen.
No.
Just so that we can get your take on it.
I'm a man for the people.
I know you are. And so we're going to put up a poll this week.
And sometimes I don't like the people.
And we're going to see how many people want to see Stats take. Okay?
Yay.
All right. We're going to put that up this week, ladies and gents. Let's see what you think. But Stat, I want to tell you what I thought of a movie that I watched this week. Black Widow. Everyone's talking about this thing.
What's
So I thought it's a Marvel movie. You know, like the Marvel Cinematic.
Yeah, Marvel DC. Yeah. Look at me,
So it's a superhero movie. So it came out this week and we couldn't go to the movies, obviously, because of the lockdown and everything. So Disney Plus brings it out on their platform. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to watch this thing. I can't be bothered. I'll wait for it to come out later on. I'm not going to pay for it. Turns out my lovely brother and sister paid for it and added it to the account. I thought, lovely. I'll sit down. I'll watch it. I'll see what the go is. Sat down last night, bro. And good movie. Liked it. By the way, no spoilers, ladies and gents, so don't worry. Good movie. I really liked it, eh? But here's my problem. They made it too late.
Too late.
Too late.
See, I'd love to ask you what you mean, and
And
I
I'm
will, but I
Yep.
don't know what you're saying.
So what I mean by that is a few movies ago, Avengers Endgame, the character of Black Widow carks it. She dies. Right?
Yeah.
Jumps off a
Yeah.
cliff.
Yeah.
Jumps off a cliff.
It's a bit excessive.
Yeah, dies. So they bring this movie out, and this movie takes place after Civil War, another one of their movies. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like 5-10 years before she dies. I'm sitting down watching this movie thinking, pretty good. I like it. Good action, good story. But too little, too late. She's dead. Because anything that happens in that movie from now on, I'm thinking, she's not going to die. Nothing that happens to this chick am I afraid of because I know she survives.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she jumps out of an aeroplane to save her sister.
Is this in the movie?
Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, and she doesn't have a parachute, right? Like that's the whole point. Like she was doing something heroic. I'm thinking to myself, there's no chance she can die. Because I've already seen her die. Know what I mean?
Yeah. So what? Again, because I have absolutely no idea. So stupid question incoming.
Mm.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Isn't that the end?
Correct.
So why are they making more movies?
Because it's a prequel to that movie.
They released it before.
That's what I said. Because, bro, I'm thinking to myself, this is a very good movie. Good spy stuff. The thing I hated was the villain. The villain was rubbish. Villain doesn't say a word. Terrible stuff. But everything else, very, very good. Big fan. Good laughs, good action, whatever. But I'm sitting there thinking, guys, you could have made this movie 5 years ago and it would have been 20 times better.
But because you've seen Endgame and the majority of people have seen Endgame, it just makes no sense that she's still alive.
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining Endgame for me. I really appreciate it.
Well, it came out like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't even know how long it came out. 3 years ago.
So
can I tell you, when I thought this bit up and I thought, you know what, I'm going to review Black Widow to stat a person who's never seen a movie in his life, I thought this could go great or it could go terribly. And it went exactly how I thought it would.
in what sense? That I just gave a very bland answer?
I'm more confused at the end of this than I was at the beginning because you've confused me.
Look, I have that impact on people. One of the many things I get right. Listen, if there were movies I had to watch, it'd probably be the Marvel DC stuff. But I've got to start from the beginning.
Yeah. Nah, there's a lot of them. There's like 24 Marvel movies.
See, you know what? After I just went on a rant and said, oh, I can't sit down and watch that stuff, I could probably try to understand what side I'm on, if I'm Marvel side or DC. Like, I don't know where I sit or where I stand between the two. I don't even know who's part of the two, where they all lie. So if I had to sit through any movies, it'd probably be those.
So you don't know what superheroes are for what camp? Okay, we're gonna play a game. I'm name a superhero. You're gonna tell me DC or Marvel, okay?
All right.
We're gonna start off easy.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but yeah, let's go.
Superman.
DC.
Batman.
DC.
Very good. Well done. Captain America.
Marvel.
Iron Man.
Marvel.
Wonder Woman.
Be both.
No, none of them are both.
Again, could be both. My opinion. Hey, get out of it. My opinion. Marvel.
No, she's DC.
I knew it. But she's in every bloody Marvel movie.
Wonder Woman.
The DC. Keep going.
Okay. All right. Black Widow.
Marvel.
Very good. We just spoke about it. We've been concerned. The Hulk.
The Hulk. YOLO. Marvel.
Very good. Green Lantern.
DC.
And last one. That was good. Well done.
Thanks.
Last one. Captain Marvel.
Yeah, playing tricks on me. I want to say DC. Let's get DC. But it's going to be Marvel and he's just going to stuff me up.
It's actually both of them. But there were two separate heroes. Long story. DC ended up getting into a lawsuit with Marvel because they called it Captain Marvel. Sorry, they called him Captain Marvel, so they changed him to Shazam.
The more you know.
Yeah. The more you know.
Hey, to be fair, that was actually pretty good. I'll give that.
You did really well.
You know, I'll give myself a pat on the back. That fantastic.
Well done, mate. Well
Good on
done.
me.
See, this is what I mean, Stat. We're broadening. We're broadening your horizons.
Maybe we should broaden your English.
That was bad. That was terrible.
Yeah, shockers.
But stuff that you do know about. Let's go into the stuff you do know about. Big week in sport, brother.
It was, man.
Big week in sport.
A lot happened. We'll do it. We'll do it in order. We'll do it in order of the Tom events. So
let's start Wednesday
against Hey.
Let's start with Wednesday. Go for it.
Let's go. So it was Tszyu versus good old Cinderella man Stevie Spark. I've got to say, credit to Stevie Spark for coming in last minute. And we all knew that the chance of him winning was very slim.
Yeah.
But respect to him. He made his stance clear. I'm here to fight. I'm not here to muck around. Even though it was probably he joined in 7 days before, or 6 days prior.
Yeah, a week prior, bro. More respect to him than to Zarafa.
Yeah, Zarafa's a cat. I can't believe he pulled out of COVID protocol. What an idiot.
So,
besides the point, and he asked for this fight, and he wanted it, and he wanted to fight Tszyu. Now Tszyu won't even give him a bar of it. That's the best part.
Yeah.
But look, as I said, we all knew that Tszyu was going to win. He's just a crazy talent,
brother.
And he's beat everyone in Australia now. He's now going to get international, and I can't wait to see what he does.
Can I tell you a couple of things that night? I watched most of the card. First off, I haven't paid a lot of attention to Aussie boxing.
Yeah, I don't know too much of it, to be
except
honest.
For the big stuff, Gallon, Tszyu, whatever. Haven't paid a lot of attention to it. But bro, do we have talent in this country? These fights were impressive. I
didn't see much of the undercard, if I'm quite honest with you.
Brother, do yourself a favor. Just take a look at some highlights. We've got talent here, man. That night put me onto Aussie boxing. I really want to get into it now. Just and I love boxing in general. I always have. I grew up on boxing with my dad. Mate, we've got talent. And second, this Tszyu bloke, cousin, he's a champion in the weighting, bro.
Yeah, for sure. He's mate, and I think he reminds me so much of his dad. It's crazy, bro.
The way he moves, man, the way he's just so fast. He's so dominant. And mate, that uppercut is dangerous. It's so sharp. It is so dangerous. And you saw him before the fight. He's just a man on a mission. He takes
I'm loving all the different players, the ex-players that are coming out and actually doing the handy boxing. And not those ones that just do charity ones and then they stop and then they get it once a year. But the ones that are pursuing it as a full-time, like your Paul Gallen.
Yeah, Gal is a machine. Gal's a machine.
Gal is an animal, man.
I'm a big fan.
I love him. I loved him when he played for Cronulla. I loved his NRL career. I loved following him and he started off as a massive rat bag, and obviously as you play on as maturity comes on, and then I think what would have started it for him was that punch 10 miles in Origin.
Yeah,
that would have started it for me.
I love his respect for the sport, bro. I really do.
Yeah, because he's not one of those guys that just comes in, does it, and then once every year and a half just wants to fight again.
Yeah.
He went the distance in his last fight. Blanking out on the guy's name. I can't believe I'm blanking out.
Nah, he did well, bro. But listen, this Tszyu bloke, 19-0. Gotta watch for him. Bro. He's dominant, and the way he talks about each fight and each fighter and how he dominates each fight is unbelievable. Great fight, and he knocked him out in round 3.
Yeah, he did. Justice Hooney, who I was talking about. Yeah, regards to Paul Gallen, Justice Hooney. But with Tszyu, I just love watching his prep. I love watching, his interviews. I love how he is on the mic. And this is coming from someone that doesn't really know anything about boxing. So I'll just come out in the clear. I don't know much. I don't know too much about it. But from what I'd seen of that fight, again, big credit to Stevie Spark, man. That's a big commitment to come in 6 days before. But you know what? That puts him on a pedestal, and that puts him out there in Australian boxing to make a name for himself.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'll say this. He sort of wasted it. He didn't do too much that night. I expected a little bit more. Hey, listen, I'm saying this knowing full well this guy is a machine for coming in a week's notice. Absolute animal. Good on him. But he didn't do a lot.
again, bro, like
Did a lot of
it's out.
grabbing, did a lot of hugging. He didn't really. He got maybe 1 or 2 good punches in. I think he came in too respectful of Tszyu. Because any interview you'd see with him, any talk about the fight, it was, I love Tszyu, he's such a great guy, this, and I agree with respect. But prior to a fight, you can't go in like that, bro. You got to go in wanting to knock the guy's head off.
Yeah, I know that. But as I said, I think he even knew full well he wasn't going to win. He knew full well.
100%.
You got to look at that. He knew full well. And it was just 2 months before that they got a photo together and he goes, mate, this guy's my hero. About
Yeah,
Tszyu.
100%.
Now, comes
But,
into
like,
my side
they
fighting him. It's pretty crazy.
360 interviewed him while he was at the Knights game the week before. And they said to him, they go, what's your prediction? He goes, round 3, I'll take him. And I was like, I knew he didn't believe the words that were coming out of his mouth. You know what I mean?
I think it was more on the spot.
But that's what I mean. Like, just too respectful, but mate, it was an entertaining fight. Good card, man. It was a good card.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. As I said, I only paid attention to the main fight, to be honest with you. So
yeah, fair enough.
But it was good. Mate, but next on the agenda, while we're getting onto all that, was the tennis final.
Yeah, Wimbledon.
Good old Ash Barty, man.
Bro,
the Barty party.
Everyone went crazy about this. I didn't get to watch it.
It was cracker. It was a good match.
Talk to me about it.
So, so Ash Barty, as we all know, for those that don't, she's world number 1 in women's tennis right now. The first Aussie in 50 years to the day that she won since Yvonne Goolagong. That's been the Aussie that's won the Open, which is pretty impressive. She took on world number 8, Plíšková. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Russian world number 8. She dominated. She won like the first 16 points of that match. So she was up 3-0, flying.
Yeah.
And she took it away. The first set, she did it pretty easy, 6-3. Then the second set, Plíšková came back, which was pretty crazy because Barty had the break early on. She got the early break. So she was up like 3-1. And I thought, well, that's it. It's a straight setter. This is a time waster. But mate, Plíšková fought back in the second and she ended up breaking Barty twice. Once near the beginning after she had just been broken. And then right at the end where it went into the tiebreaker in the second set. Mate, she cleaned house in that second set, this Plíšková, mate. She beat her, I think it was like 7-4, 7-3. I think it's 7-4 in the tiebreak. Like, she just demolished her.
That's awesome.
For me, I was spewing because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, man, I just want to go to bed. Like, come on, Ash. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you, mate. I'm cheering for you. And you're just going to let me down lose the second set? Come on. So it got me worried because the third set started off pretty close, but Barty then just kicked into gear, took it away. But yeah, it was, mate, so good to watch. One of our locals, mate.
Mate,
number 1.
Big congratulations to her, That's awesome.
Yeah, and she's a legend. She's an absolute legend. It was a good match. Hey?
How old is she, do you know?
28, I think.
Mate, she's still got a long career ahead of her.
Yeah, I think she's about 28 years
old. That's awesome.
Oh, no. That's a lie.
What?
25.
Oh, bro. You're 26 years old. What are you doing with your life?
I'm on a podcast league chat with the stat, and then I spend another podcast talking to you every week like an idiot.
This chick is the world champion at tennis, and you're sitting here with me on a Monday night at 11:30 p.m. recording a podcast.
But what are you doing?
I'm 23. I've still got a couple of years.
To be a tennis champ?
To do something proper. I don't know.
Mate,
hey, this isn't about me, mate. This is about you.
Hey, but Ash Barty's flying. It's about me. It's about Ash Barty.
What a champion, bro. Good on her.
25-year-old from Ipswich, Queensland. Mate, she's making the locals proud. Look, the only thing I don't like about her, she goes for Queensland in Origin, which is obviously a given. Understandable. But
Queensland.
She's from there, so it's respect. But still.
Well, listen, I hope she enjoys going for Queensland this week when we smash them 3-0.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Especially in Queensland.
Oh, big sweep, bro. I can feel the sweep coming.
Just on Ash Barty, though, we'll get to Origin. Definitely get to Origin in a second. But I think just on Ash Barty, just for a quick moment, from the second round leading up to the final, she didn't drop a set.
Dead set.
She didn't drop a set. That's why I watched. There was so much intent. She was so good. Like, she won second round 6-4, 6-3, then 6-3, 7-5, then 7-5, 6-3, then 6-1, 6-3, then 6-3, 7-6. And they got to the final and she won 6-3, 6-7, 6-3.
What an absolute champion, bro.
Legend. She had like a first round scare against Suarez Navarro. Like she won the first set 6-1, lost the second one 6-7, then won the third 6-1. I'm thinking about doing another tennis podcast. What do you think? I'm flying. Look at me go.
Just another sports podcast.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm just flying. But yeah, no, like as I said, I think it's great when you get to see like, your Nick Kyrgioses and your Ash Bartys.
Yeah.
All for me. Yeah, it's cracker. So it was great. Congratulations to her. Obviously it would have been more ideal if she had her family there. Bro. Let's go. The Barty party, we call it. The Barty party is coming home.
That's it, bro.
But it's not coming home for England because they lost. So
mate, it makes me so happy that it happened at Wimbledon as well.
Yeah, I know, but I wish England did lose, but I don't know.
Makes me so happy. Nah, big props to her, man. She deserves it. What a champion.
Yeah, she's a legend. She's a role model for the sport. On the court, off the court. She's champion.
She's awesome. But let's go back to it. State of Origin Game 3, buddy.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, man. We're gonna take it, eh?
Yeah, bro.
I don't see a world where we don't.
See, this is the thing, yeah. So Queensland get a couple of reinforcements in. They get Callum Ponga back. We all know what a threat he is. AJ Brimson off the bench. Look, Queensland are missing a lot of personnel. I sucked into him. You know what I mean? They've been laughing at us for they won 10 of the 11 series and they laughed at us and they go, pathetic, you never win. You know what, mate? Sucked in.
No, I agree.
But the Queensland camp have been a shambles from day dot.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't help that when one of your players kind of goes through a bit of a heartbreak, then brings a girl in, into the bubble, like an imbecile. Like these, we spoke about this last week.
What is wrong with these players?
Footballers are dumb. They're the dumbest people I have ever seen. I don't understand. How can you be that dumb and just bring people heck from the outside? Hello, NRL are sending 12 teams to Queensland in 3 different bubbles. Ugh, God help me, bro. They're just out of control.
Yeah, speaking of that move to Queensland, they also moved State of Origin from Newcastle.
Yeah, you know what?
That's
good call.
Huge. Good call, yeah.
Had to be, man. You can't control people from Sydney trying to get in.
Hard on for Newcastle, though, bro.
Yeah, that was spewing. But it would have been a big fortnight, having big 2 or 3 weeks, having Tszyu, the fight in Newcastle, and then at the entertainment centre down there, and then having Origin the week after. Like, mate, if it's hard for them. A lot of them aren't happy, but
the Novocastrians deserved it, bro. They're a big sports city.
Mate, you know what? Especially in NRL, they will pack out the stadium.
Easy.
Every week, 20, 25,000 every single week.
And their team's rubbish, and they still pack it out.
Yeah, they're not phenomenal, and they're still there, and they just love it. But
this is the first time in history that a State of Origin all 3 games are played in Queensland, eh?
Hasn't been. No, I think it's been done before, but it's been about 20, 25 odd years since it's been done. So,
well, it's going to be the first time in history that a clean sweep's been happening in Queensland, mate.
We're going to clean sweep them in Queensland.
It's going to be so beautiful.
I wish I lived in Queensland at this period of time so that I could be one of the 15 New South Wales fans at the stadium.
Yeah, bro.
Cheering my lungs off, seeing Tommy Trbojevic run things down at fullback, then the troll, the bit of a fatso just going down the middle. Oh, it's beautiful.
Mate, I can't wait. I can't wait to just party that night, mate.
It's going to be so fun. The thing is, and it sucks, like, usually having everyone over is the pinnacle of it all.
Don't do this to me. No.
But that's the only upsetting part of it all. But look, we're going to clean sweep them. Very confident. I am very skeptical of our halves. Jack Wyden, Mitch Moses. I don't know. I've been so critical of Mitch Moses in recent times that I just don't know if he's going to be up for it.
Yeah.
Jack Wyden hasn't had the best of years. He's the reigning Dalian player. So on a big stage, he could really perform, being in a better environment than Canberra. That whole club's a shambles.
Well,
but, I'm keen.
I'm keen, bro. Wednesday night, State of Origin, man. Oh. But lastly, bro, let's talk about this fight that happened yesterday on Sunday. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, Conor McGregor.
May I say,
Dustin.
I could not be happier that guy lost.
Listen, not that way.
Not that way for sure. I'll agree with you there.
Not that way.
But any loss, I'm happy with because this guy deserves it.
He does. He's made a lot of comments in the past.
Like, listen. I was all for hating him because of the whole, like, all his comments, all that sort of stuff. No issue. Like that was his persona. That was what he brought. That was his entertainment side of things. He did that to entertain people. But now he's just becoming a sore loser, bro.
But I love it.
He's just becoming a sore loser who just yells out anything. Bro, the way he disrespected Poirier's wife, the way
Look, I'm not about that. I know there's a whole level of trash talk. I get the whole level of trash talk, but I don't understand why he needs to go that far at all times.
See, but that's what I'm saying, bro, is like you just lost the fight. Granted, you're upset. Granted, you're angry. Don't go after the guy's wife after you lost. Like, are you kidding me?
I think something on the lines of that happened was I think she sent him a message like a good luck or something. So that's why he came out and he goes, yeah, your wife's in my DMs.
Yeah, but I don't care, bro. You don't do that, mate.
You're right. But the one thing I found funny about it all is the guy has a broken ankle and he is still back to. It's the funny, like you can't disagree. Like it's hilarious. Like to me, that is the funniest thing.
Of course, it's hilarious. But then he comes out the next day and he puts on social media, "You guys need people like me." It's like, no, I don't, bro. I'd be more than happy for you to go run off into the dark and never see your face again, bro. Congratulations to Poirier. I know it could have been a better fight, could have been a better victory. Either way, he was smashing him.
But you want to talk about
smashing McGregor?
Yeah, for sure. Poirier is proven to be a gunfighter. For me, I think the fall of Conor McGregor started when I was talking about it with one of my mates, Jimmy, just prior. I think it was when he was away from the sport for a bit because he went to go fight Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Then he came back and he fought Donald Cerrone, Cowboy Cerrone. And then he straight away went into fighting Khabib.
Yeah.
If my mate Jimmy was saying, he goes, mate, if he had one or two more fights or even one more fight after Cowboy Cerrone and he decided to just, get like someone that he could be competing with him and beat him, then go for Khabib, understandable. But he went in too confident, too cocky, went straight for Khabib. And then when he got demolished, that was the start of the decline for him in terms of his fighting career.
Well, that's the thing, bro, is he doesn't want to work his way back up anymore. He's gotten himself up there. He just wants to take the fights that he thinks are big fights, but that's about it.
I think he's doing them all for the entertainment factor. And obviously the dosh comes into play. But considering he just sold his whiskey for 700 million.
Sure, it's about that. But bro, when you're getting pumped every single fight you're in, it's like, okay, time to retire, buddy.
Yeah, I think he's still got the hunger. I think he'll never be as like what he was, the double champ and this and that. But look, in terms of it all, Dustin Poirier, yeah, look, credit to him. He's a champion, even through all like the back chatty cops and everything. He's still a legend, but he's a gunfighter. But you know what?
He went for it, bro.
Yeah. On the topic though, because we talk about our Aussie talent, mate, Bam Bam Tuivasa, what a man.
Well, you
know who I'm talking about, do you?
I didn't see the undercard or anything like that. I saw one fight.
So Bam Bam Tuivasa is from Western Sydney, around the Penrith area. Born here, big Aboriginal boy. He's been in the UFC for a little while. He's always taken on big fights, whatever. Took on this guy. I can't lie to you, I've forgotten his name, but yeah, look, he's basically the other guy is known for his knockouts and how powerful his knockouts are. So Bam Bam gets in the ring. In the first round, as he was getting attacked a bit, but just one big swing, one big left jab, bro, dropped him. Mate, he did a shoey after, got up on the cage, did a shoey.
No way.
He did another shoey in the crowd. Like, he's big entertainment, man. But look, another Aussie doing us proud in overseas in sports and that, mate. Had a big crowd for, the fight was in Vegas, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. So they had a big crowd there, so he got to do it first round KO, mate. It's credit to him. I love watching that. I
love seeing these Aussies do well in these sports, bro.
Yeah, I love it, man. So like we were talking about Ash Barty earlier, but yeah, just as good in his last fight, the way he carried himself, the way he just did everything. The guy's name, by the way, is Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy,
the other guy that he beat, Greg Hardy. Yeah. Fun fact though. Fun fact about this, he hasn't lost.
Really?
If I'm right, because again, I feel like I talk like I know a lot about UFC, but I really don't.
You don't know much, bro.
I mean, don't know at all, but
you do well at hiding it. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm fantastic because I just, But Tai Tuivasa has a record of 13-3-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's in the UFC alone, and the guy he beat has a record of 7-4-0. So now it's one, but mate, Bam Bam Tuivasa is killing it overseas. He's doing well in the UFC. So another shout out to one of our own born and bred. I love it.
Mate, we should just shout out everyone that we ever watched.
No, well, shout out to Nick Kyrgios as well, mate. Unfortunately, he actually didn't last the whole Wimbledon tournament where they pulled up with a bit of an injury and he pulled out of the Tokyo Olympics, which is really upsetting.
Yeah.
But mate, you know what? Actually, you're gonna kill me. But there's a topic that we haven't discussed in regards to the sport. Mate, you see our boomers?
No.
Mate, do you watch sport?
Bro, you think I've got time? I mean, I've got all the time in the world now, but do you think I'm awake when these sports are being played?
Why aren't you awake?
I don't know, bro. Every time
UFC afternoon. Maybe you should stop spending time in your days watching these movies. You can educate yourself in some sport and some movies.
Okay, I was at church that day, Sunday. I got home just in time for the McGregor fight.
Again? So you watched that, so that's fine. The only one that would have been inconvenience was the one at Wimbledon. I just played during the day. They won.
No,
our boy hit in the three.
Wimbledon, I couldn't watch at all because Stan, you need to pay for a sports subscription.
Well, Stan, yeah, because it's 10 a month.
It's 10.
Oh wait, is this for Wimbledon?
Yeah,
because he was on Channel 9.
I don't have Channel 9. My TV's not connected to the.
You watch it on 9 now.
Oh yeah, of
course.
No way.
What do you want? Are you serious?
Bro, when I used to watch stuff on 9 now, they used to say you can't watch the sports. Every year I want to watch Origin. You can't watch Origin on 9 now. Now you can, out of nowhere, like hack.
Of course, watch Origin.
Nah, you used to not be able to.
But look, back to I can sit and criticize you all day, but I can go back and forth. There's no point. But mate, Paddy Mills hits the 3 and we get the win against Nigeria, 87-84. So shout out to our Aussies who are killing it.
Are you excited for the Olympics?
Yes. I don't look at it. And it took me a while to think about it. But yeah, excited. I'm mainly excited for like the boomers. Excited for Ash Barty who's going to the Olympics. These ones I'm really excited for.
See, I'm excited for the weird stuff.
Please explain, because saying that alone is not good.
Like discus. Know what I mean? Like discus. Yeah, like these people spend like their whole life throwing a disc, a weighted disc, to see how far they can get it. And they're called an athlete. That intrigues me. Like, what happened in this person's life for them to say, I'm going to dedicate my life to this disc?
Mate, I can't answer that for you because I don't throw discs around.
You know what I'm saying?
I only put them in PlayStations and play.
Does that make sense to you though? Like, does that intrigue you as much as it intrigues me?
No. You know what intrigues me? Blind soccer.
Mate, I think the Paralympics, thank you for bringing that up. The Paralympics needs just as much like support and marketing as the normal Olympics.
Agreed.
Bro.
Blind soccer?
Just so that people have context, a couple of weeks before lockdown began, I was at Stats House and someone brought up the fact that you can play you can play soccer blind. So we looked it up and there is blind soccer, bro.
And when you look at it at first glance, you laugh because like there's no way there are people
like, how is this a thing? You can't believe that this is actually a thing.
It's better than the EPL.
But they're so good.
Some of these goals that are scored and blindfolded,
amazing,
exceptional. But it would have been more fun if the goalkeepers were blindfolded as well.
Bro, the goalkeepers are the only people that can see, yet somehow they can't stop these kicks from these players, bro. It's insane.
It's unbelievable.
That took us down that rabbit hole, bro. And then we just started looking up all these different Paralympic events. Mate, like the table tennis.
Yeah, freakish.
Bro, freakish. People with half an arm, people with one leg. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? Now that we're on the topic of the Olympics, one of our own, I love saying that now. That's the best. One of our own, Paddy Mills, the guy that
you know them personally.
But they're from our country. They're from Australia. They're one of our own.
They're one of ours, bro.
Mate, Paddy Mills is going to hold the Olympic torch, mate.
Good on her.
Good on him. Have you lost your mind? Paddy Mills. Good on her.
Bro. You think I know the Olympian names?
Listen, I keep saying I don't know much about. I know quite a damn a lot.
Okay.
Paddy Mills is a man. I just said to you, the Australian Boomers, the men, beat Nigeria 87-84.
Yeah.
When Paddy Mills shot the 3-pointer.
You think I listen to you when you give me breakdowns or statistics?
It was 3 minutes ago.
You think I heard it?
Well, if you weren't listening to it, then you've obviously got some issues.
Listen, bro, I don't want to listen to our podcast. I can't believe other people do.
You know what? They're missing out because, mate,
Quality stuff. Quality stuff. No, but listen, you know, when I worked at Samsung a couple of years back, the Olympics were on. And I was, I can say this now, I don't work there anymore. I was downstairs in the repair center. I was managing the repair center. And I looked at my boss, my manager at the time. I go, listen, man, the Olympics are on. He goes, yeah. I go, I'm going to watch every second of it. He goes, what do you mean? I go, it's going to be on. He goes, okay. I watched every second of the Olympics that year, bro. I'd get in, open up a tab on my computer, and would have the Olympics playing. And I'd do my work, and I'd just watch the Olympics all day. What a 2 weeks. And I feel like we're going to be locked down during the Olympics this year, so looks like it's happening again.
Amazing, huh? It's amazing the timing of it all.
Mate, good on them.
Oh, look, in a massive sport wrap-up, our Aussies are doing us proud.
Well in Australia.
Love them.
You know what else I'm excited for in the Olympics?
Javelin?
Nah, those horse events. Let me tell you why. These jockeys, they ride these horses for a living, right? It's talent. Very good talent. But do you think these horses have any idea what they're doing?
You have any idea what you're saying?
No, like hear me out. Do you think like the horses know that they're in the Olympics?
You suffer from many falls.
No. Like I
you
heard
suffer from
today,
you suffer from a lot of things.
No, I heard who was it? James Corden. James Corden said. I heard him say it, and I was thinking, man, he's right. How do they know they're in the Olympics? They just wake up in Tokyo one day, and they're riding in the fields. Like, all right, let's go. Like this horse doesn't know that he's won a gold medal.
The horses don't win the gold medals.
Yeah, but they're part of it. They're part of the team with their jockey.
They just get used and abused.
Correct, but they get the gold medal.
They don't.
Yes, they do.
How does these things interest you?
Cousin,
you look at table tennis, you look at skiing, you look at all these things in the Olympics, and you're talking about horse riding like an imbecile.
Bro, it's a sport, is it not?
Okay, but how does that intrigue you?
It intrigues me to think about the fact that these horses are in the Olympics but don't know it.
You know what's amazing, right?
Like they're in, like these people, like the person that's riding the horse has trained their whole life for the Olympics. This horse has no clue it's in the Olympics, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like the person has gone hurdle over hurdle, pun intended, to make the Olympics, and the horse doesn't care, but it's there as well. You understand what I'm saying?
No, but you know what? You know what? You can understand that horses go to the Olympics and you don't. What are you doing with your life?
It's such a good point, bro.
That doesn't answer my question. What are you doing with your life?
Well, right now I'm spending most of it in my room.
Fair enough. Maybe you should win the gold at the Olympics.
Bro, these horses are very lucky. Get a free trip to Tokyo.
We're moving on from the horses. I can't believe I'm discussing this, and this we've allowed adequate time for this. This is absolute garbage. You know what? Why do you take it away? Verse of the week.
Verse of the week. Okay. Well, this week's verse of the week. You seriously don't think about this stuff?
No, because I'm not an idiot. Unlike you, sir.
All right, we're gonna put up a poll this week.
No, you're not.
I love these polls, bro. They're the best. It makes me learn so much about people. Ladies and gents, do you think about
guys? I'm sorry. I'm sorry about this. To everyone that watches, I am deeply sorry.
Don't say sorry. You're the one that's going to put up the poll this week.
Yeah, get lost. You can beat it. You and your stupid horses. The only time we can talk about horses if we're singing the song Horses.
What a song, bro.
Don't change the subject.
Yeah, anyway. Anyway, ladies and gents, we're gonna put up a poll this week. Does this interest you? Does it not blow your mind that these horses are in the Olympics and they don't know it?
God help you, mate.
Like, I'm just saying, that's crazy to me, bro. It's like a baby that acts in a movie. They don't know they're in the movie.
God help me.
But that said, like there was like in Star Wars, right? There was a baby that acted as Luke Skywalker as a baby.
Considering that we're doing the verse of the week, I don't see that in the Bible anywhere. Can you find me the story about Luke Skywalker in the Bible?
Listen, we'll get there. But this baby acted as probably the most famous movie character of all time and didn't even know it.
The verse of the week. What's your verse of the week?
Verse of the week. I'm just saying, bro, this stuff is intriguing to me.
Yeah.
People's lives take weird turns, bro.
And apparently so do your stupid horses, but please. Verse of the week.
I don't appreciate your attitude.
Mate, I don't appreciate the stupid thoughts that proceed to come out of your mouth.
I'm just saying, I thought Have a Chat with Ray and Stat was going to be a safe space where we could talk about this sort of stuff.
Remember what I said to you last week? Don't give me a reason to tease you.
I'm just saying this should be a safe space. People should feel comfortable to talk about whatever they want to talk about with Have a Chat. You know, like when you put up the poll on Instagram and say, hey, what do you want us to talk about? They should feel comfortable to bring up any topic.
And they
without
do.
judgment.
Oh, and they do.
They do 100%, but they shouldn't feel judged. You're making me feel judged right now. So
but that's also because no one responds to our topics.
we get like one response a week.
And the last one we got was about American politics. But that's the point.
American politics. Anyway, okay. So verse of the week, man. Romans 10:13. Very quick, very straight to the point verse, but I really like it. We read it earlier tonight, actually. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Straight to the point, simple. Why I chose this verse, bro, was I think being Christians, growing up in church, learning everything we do. Excuse me. That was a big one. Learning everything we do, growing up in the church that we do, we sort of forget about the simplicity of the gospel. And we forget about how simple it actually is. And this verse just sort of wraps that all up and is just like, look, if you call upon the name of the Lord, you're going to be saved. That's it. Simple. That's the gospel. Yeah. You know, Christ died for you. If you want to be saved, you want to go to heaven, call upon his name.
I love the two verses after that. Verse 14 and 15. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things.
Yeah.
I love that. How do they hear without a preacher?
Bro, and that puts so much, like we were talking about last week, puts so much onus on you and I and Christians to do our job. How are these people going to be able to call upon God's name if they can't hear about it?
Or if no one's willing to go and talk about it?
Yeah, well, listen, bro, like we're in this lockdown right now, right? We've got all this time on our hands. We've got a lot of people texting us, calling us. We're having a lot of chats to try to stay active and talking. What about our friends who don't know Christ in this time? They're not doing much. They're not thinking about much. Are we giving them thoughts about their eternity? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so important.
Yeah. And
it also shows this, like, if we go back to 13, I want to go through this bit by bit. Okay. So let's start at 13. It shows the simplicity of what it means to be a Christian. I think the problem that we face today is religion tries to cloud us, tries to confuse us, tries to give us all these different things that we need to do to earn favor with God. But God makes it very simple and very clear. No. All I want is for you to call upon my name and you'll be saved. I've done the work. I just need you to call upon me. That's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Mm.
But yeah, then you're right. Paul continues to move and says, how can they call on him if they don't believe? Very simple question. How can someone call upon God's name if they don't believe in him? It's a step-by-step process. They need to believe, and they're not going to be able to believe if they haven't heard about him. And whose job is it to make them hear about it? Whose job is it to tell them about it? Well, that's you and I. That's Christians. And are Christians doing their job spreading the gospel? Are Christians doing their job making sure that unsaved people are hearing? Because we need to be preaching to them. And you cannot be preaching to them unless you're sent. And how do you know you're going to be sent without reading God's word, being in his will? It shows how important it is for Christians to be living a godly life that is in line with his word. Because if you don't, you're not going to be on the right path to spread the gospel the way he wants you to.
That's right. And I love when you've broken it down. What I love to do is, like, if I find myself on a particular verse, I like to focus on the verses a bit before and a bit after. So as you were talking there, verse 12, I looked at, for there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. And you know what? We had a brief discussion tonight with some of our friends that we'll kind of do a discipleship with. You know, there are so many people who feel as if they can't come to Christ because God won't accept me for the things I've done.
Yeah.
What the amazing thing about that is God is saying, I want you to come as you are.
Yeah.
The way you are. I don't want you to start doing good things and trying to do good works and trying to start making up for things that you've done that you've done in the past. I want you to come to as you are and come to me as you are.
Yeah.
And I'll through my power, I will change you. You know, I think that's so important that Christ died for everyone.
Yeah.
He died for the whole world. You know, people say that he didn't die for me, but you know, he thought of us individually, every single one of us. He thought of us on the cross.
He thought of you, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you're listening to this, you don't know Christ. He thought specifically of you. Like, that's the crazy part. And you think it's a cliche. You think it's something that Christians just have to say, or it's just a nice thing to say. No. Like, you think about that. I was thinking about that when I read this verse tonight, is when he died on that cross, bro, there are billions upon billions of people that have lived upon this earth. And he thought about every single one of them individually. That's insane.
It's mind-blowing. With the amount of people that are on this earth, like you stated, and you know, every single
looks like we've lost that.
One of us, he took us into account as he died on the cross. Huh?
Oh. I lost you a little bit there.
That's weird.
Yeah,
sorry,
you froze for a bit, but no, you're right. You're 100% right. And I think it's so important for anyone that's listening to this and doesn't know Christ, is he's just waiting for you. He really is. Listen, I don't care what you've done in your life. I don't care how bad you think you are. I don't care what you think is more important. There is nothing more important than sorting this out with Christ. Call upon his name, believe in him, ask him to save you. And if you're a Christian, what are you doing right now? What are you doing during this lockdown? What are you doing during COVID that's helping spread the gospel? What are you doing so that others can hear? I thank God that we have this avenue to do it, Stat. We're doing it right now. Like, that's crazy. The fact that you and I can sit down and talk, and this is us spreading the gospel as well. But we need to be doing it constantly, bro. We need to be doing it in our personal lives. We need to be doing it in our professional lives. We need to be doing it everywhere we can to make sure that people have a chance to accept Christ.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, it's not one of those things where, you know, we can just jump on a podcast, do it like this, and then just
think
go
our
back
job's
to our
done.
Yeah, and go back to our own lives and then not think about it. But just because we're on a podcast where, you know, we're talking about it, but actually living it in your day to day. And I think that's one of the, especially now in a time where we're locked down, as much as we don't want to talk about it, but we are locked down. That's the reality of the situation. And it makes it a lot harder to an extent for us to, you know, physically go out and physically spread the gospel and talk to people about God. But it's amazing what like the power of, just social media, just sending someone a text through, Instagram or Facebook, even having live stream, like our church does live stream services. So just sending a link to someone, hey, check out our meetings. You don't have to, we can't physically go anywhere, but here, just check out the meetings. Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think there's so many avenues in a time of lockdown. We kind of limit to ourselves. Oh man, how do we preach this person, or how do we go about it? But there are still so many avenues that we have through technology that we can still do that.
And we're just lazy. We don't do it. I think you've just you hit the nail on the head there, bro. Like this week, I'm gonna make a point to share it on my social media. Hey, jump on, check out our church service. You're right, bro.
It's important because you know what? It could just be that one person going through something that they just say, you know what? Let me just see what this is about. Let me just see what I can watch and see what it can do. And you know what? That can just be leading to something. So it's very important that we get to do that we get to just be an example through our social media platforms, through a podcast like this, just to be able to get the gospel out.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Very important.
Guys, make sure we're spreading that gospel. Make sure that we're telling others what we can, and let us know. Let us know who you're talking to. Let us know if you've had any experience, any cool new ways to spread the gospel. Would love to hear those things that we can add in our own lives. Get into the comments section. Let us know what we can do, or different ways that you spread the gospel. It'd be really cool to hear. And if you do have any questions, you don't know Christ, or you'd like to know more about this topic, again, jump into the comments, send us a DM, let us know. We'd love to talk to you about it.
For sure. Don't feel ashamed. If you kind of feel that you don't want it out in the public, you don't want other people that can see it, problem, just send us a DM. If there's anything that we can pray for anyone for, especially because obviously it's in these trying times, it's not ideal to kind of keep yourself sane.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely lose my mind. So I can understand what other people are thinking, mate. If there's someone that just needs prayer for anything and they're comfortable enough to send it through, please. Yeah, send it through. We'll be praying
please
for you.
do.
But yeah, like Ray said, if you guys have any questions on what we've just talked about or any topics we've discussed throughout the 5 episodes we've done, serious, not serious, whatever it is, just pop it through. Let's have a chat about it. And if there's any way we can help, please let us know.
Yeah, so chuck it into the comment section, guys. Make sure that you become part of the conversation. Have a chat with us. We want to hear from you way more than I want to hear from Stat. And I guarantee he wants to hear from you a lot more than he wants to hear from me.
Preaching to the choir.
Listen, guys, jump into the conversation. We really do get very excited when we hear from you guys. We want you guys to be part of the conversation just as much as Stat and I are. So do so, guys. Comment down below, hit that subscribe button, help us get to 75. Like the video. Let's keep this going. It's been fun. It's been a fun 5 weeks. It's going to be another fun 5 more. We're going to keep doing this thing, Stat.
It's in, mate. We're going to keep the ball rolling.
That's it. Where can they find you, bro?
So you'll be able to find me on my podcast, League Chat with the Stat, dropping an episode on Wednesday. So keen for that. And on my socials, Facebook, Instagram, you'll find me under Nathaniel Manor. I think Instagram's Nathaniel_Manor because, I'm hectic like that. But yeah, that's where you'll find me. But yeah, add me, go bananas. When they can find you, sir.
Nice. They can find me at RayHaddad97 on Instagram, just my full name on Facebook. Talk to Me came out yesterday. Make sure you check that out. I got to talk to Johan and Stat. I've got a couple of really cool guests coming on in the next couple of weeks. Very excited about those.
Yeah, sure.
It's going to be great. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please, once again, hit that subscribe button, follow us, let us know what you want us to talk about. Get vocal on social media. Let's have some fun. That is Stat. I'm Ray. Thanks for having a chat.
Later, guys.
Stato.